August 6, 1945, at exactly 8:15 in the morning, the sky above Hiroshima was unusually clear. People were walking to work. Children were heading to school. Streetcars rolled through the city. No one imagined that within seconds, history would be changed forever. High above the city, the single American B-29 bomber released a weapon unlike anything the world had ever seen. Moments later, a blinding white flash swallowed Hiroshima. Temperatures hotter than the surface of the sun erupted. Buildings disappeared. Fires consumed entire neighborhoods. Tens of thousands of lives ended in an instant. Yet, amid unimaginable destruction, one man survived. What happened to him next would become one of the most extraordinary survival stories recorded. His name was Tsutomu Yamaguchi. He wasn't a soldier. He wasn't a politician. He wasn't searching for fame. He was simply a 29-year-old marine engineer working for Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. In the summer of 1945, Japan was exhausted by years of war. Cities had been bombed repeatedly. Food was scarce. Families lived with constant uncertainty. Yamaguchi had spent several months in Hiroshima on a business assignment. His work was finally complete. August 6 would be his last day before returning home to Nagasaki, where his wife and his infant son were waiting. He packed his belongings and prepared to leave. He believed the hardest part of his trip was over. He had no idea that destiny was waiting just a few miles away. That morning, Yamaguchi realized he had forgotten an important document. He turned back toward the Mitsubishi shipyard. At approximately 8:15 a.m., he looked into the sky. He noticed a single aircraft overhead. Then, a brilliant flash exploded across the horizon. Before he could react, an enormous shock wave hurled him violently through the air. The explosion knocked him unconscious. When he awoke, the city had known was gone. Smoke filled the sky. Buildings had collapsed. Fire stretched as far as he could see. People wandered through the ruins in complete silence. Others cried out for loved ones. Many carried burns unlike anything doctors had ever treated. Yamaguchi had survived, but he had suffered severe burns to his face and arms. His eardrums had ruptured. He could barely see. Somehow, he began walking. For hours, he searched for a way out of the devastated city. Along the way, he reunited with two co-workers who had also survived. Together, they crossed the destroyed landscape, stepping over twisted steel, shattered homes, and endless fires. Against all odds, railways lines outside the city were still operating in limited capacity. Injured and exhausted, Yamaguchi boarded a train. His destination? Nagasaki, home. 2 days later, despite his injuries, Yamaguchi reported to work. His co-workers struggled to believe his description of Hiroshima. They couldn't imagine that a single bomb had destroyed an entire city. As he spoke, the room suddenly filled with an intense white light. It was August 9, 1945. At 11:02 a.m., an atomic bomb exploded. This time, over Nagasaki. Once again, Yamaguchi was thrown to the ground. Once again, buildings collapsed around him. Once again, he survived. The war ended only days later, but for survivors, their struggle had only begun. Radiation sickness, Lifelong problems and emotional trauma followed them for decades. Yamaguchi rebuilt his life. He returned to engineering. He raised his family. For many years, he rarely spoke about what he had experienced. As he grew older, however, he decided that silence could no longer protect the future. He began sharing his story around the world, urging humanity to never repeat the horrors of nuclear war. In 2009, the Japanese government officially recognized him as the only person certified as having survived both atomic bombing. Tsutomu Yamaguchi passed away in 2010 at the age of 93. He never considered himself a hero. He considered himself a witness to humanity's darkest hour. His story isn't simply about survival, it's about resilience, it's about hope, and it's about a reminder that even in the face of unimaginable destruction, the human spirit can endure. Some people change history through power, others simply surviving. And sometimes that is the greatest story of all.